What do you guys think about Steven Kwan?
I don't know if
Ken
they need
Rosenthal
him.
reported today that the Jays are among the teams.
He would be a luxury.
Think so?
Yeah, but I don't
Prices
think
be high though.
Prices will be high. Gets on base really well. He can
Fits
play
the
outfield.
mold of the team.
Yeah, they
Doesn't
might need
strike out.
some depth out there, for sure. Probably can hit leadoff.
Like that's low on the shopping list for me.
I agree. I look at their position players. I'm not overly concerned.
It's more a leadoff hitter.
Yeah,
Good defensively.
Yep.
Gets on
And
base
versatile,
at
can
times.
play left field, can play right field, can move them around.
Signed.
But they've got guys like that.
No, I know.
He's
I
just
agree.
better.
Yeah.
I guess it's how much do you do?
Well, that's the question. Like, how much? Like, these are the guys. Let's not forget here, guys. Like 2015 and 2016, these are the guys that rolled into town and scolded Alex Anthopoulos for emptying the cupboards, right, in his trade deadline dealings, going for it, even though Toronto had the longest playoff drought in all four North American sports, and Alex was dead right to do what he did. Shapiro was the guy who sat in the office and said, shouldn't have done that. So the idea that they're going to get two bullpen arms plus a guy like Steven Kwan, I mean, that would be emptying the cupboards. It would feel like.
Listen,
anyways.
if Class A wasn't being investigated right now, I could see a package deal.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you really want that prospect, you got to give us Kwan too, or we'll add to it and we'll make it worth your while, where it's a bigger, larger deal.
I think the idea is that because Class A is now kind of out of the mix, Cleveland might be more inclined to move.
Sure. And again, I can't picture the Jays putting such an emphasis on Kwan where other teams I would think would be ahead of them in terms of that need.
Yeah.
Other competitive teams might say, well, we're willing to pay more for that, where I don't think there's any excuse. If there's a bullpen arm, whoever it is, graded number one on the list, there's no excuse the Jays don't pay whatever they have to get that guy. That would be my opinion. You can't allow the Yankees to pay it, or the Brewers to pay it, or the Cubs or the Dodgers to pay it. But Kwan is a luxury. Like Kwan, I could see them being in on the chats and saying, well, we're not going to match what that team is because that team needs him more than we do. Like Kwan would be a pure luxury.
Although they do have, let's face it, like a lot of this stuff, when it comes to trade talks, it's relationship based, right?
And Cleveland's their spot.
They've got that strong tie.
Well, and you'd rather have like this Clement, Lucas, it's nice, but in the playoffs, you'd rather have an established leadoff hitter. Right?
I can reason with that for sure. I can reason with that.
I know what you're saying,
but
it's fair.
But you got to pick your. I guess that's the point. Like you got to pick your poison. Like how much are you willing to give up?
Yeah.
And if let's say you come up with a limit. These are the prospects we're willing to give up. These are the position players current roster players we're willing to give up. We have to allocate that bullpen starter. Kwan.
So what would be your ranking? Bullpen starter?
I would go elite bullpen arm. Like whatever that is, that's my top priority, as I've said for the last few weeks. Like if I can sleep at night knowing I just acquired a guy who can give me 3 outs in October every single game, there's so much value to that. And that's the way that that's how they game plan. How am I getting this out? How do you get to 27 outs? Like that's effectively how they build up their whole game plan. What can this guy give us? What can that guy give us? What can this guy give us? Give me someone who I feel is going to give me more confidence than anyone currently in the bullpen, Jeff Hoffman included. Ideally. That might be too much to ask for, but that would be perfect. That's a perfect world scenario.
Yeah.
Give me someone who immediately steps in and is the best bullpen arm we have.
Yeah.
And then I might even go with like a second bullpen arm, then starter.
I feel like you're discounting the rotation. The rotation's not amazing.
It's not.
And it's older.
Yeah, it's not. Now, the big three are predictable. They're very healthy. They're out there every fifth day they pitch.
I wanted to ask you guys that. Game 3, for sure you're starting Bassett?
If a playoff started tonight, I'd go Gausman game 1, Barrios game 2.
I would go Scherzer game 3.
Game 3?
Oh, if he's available and he's healthy.
Yeah, I probably would.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I probably would.
The question isn't would you start him? It's will he be available to start?
Yeah.
Right? That's really the question.
Would seem to make the need to get someone else higher.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you, Jonas. I mean, you're making the shopping list really long now.
I like a lot of things. Hayes knows I like to go all in at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I know. Well,
hey, listen,
that's why the Leafs don't have any draft picks, right? Because you've been pushing them to.
They didn't
trade them
the last 2 years,
forcing them into stupidity,
forcing their hands, Jonas.
You have too much power.
Yeah,
that's right. But I mean, so now you're because I'm with Hayes. The two bullpen arms to me are 1 and 1A of what you need. Because that's how you win postseason games, right? You've got to have that.
I mean, you can also win postseason games by having a starter go deeper. Into
That's if you have a front office that will trust them to go 3 times through the order. Yeah. That's the problem.
These are the same guys that pulled Barrios when he was having a great day.
Yeah, that workout.
Like they have proven they're just not going to have faith. They're not going to allow them to do that.
Do you think that'll change? You don't think that? You think that's for sure?
I think in the exact scenario they were in last time, they won't replicate that. Like I don't. Like they clearly looked at this and said, we're going up to this guy, and then Kikuchi's coming in. Yeah. You know, like that's just what it was. It was a formulated plan. I think I'd like to believe they've learned from that mistake. But there is. I just don't picture a scenario where Kevin Gausman leaves the game after 8 innings, tipping his cap. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not. It's just not going to happen in the playoffs.
Like it's very likely. You're right, Hayes.